Yay, it says we're live.
Are we streaming to the tubes?
That's always my next. I always check.
I'm checking. Not yet. Yes.
Not yet?
Just got an ad.
Okay.
So we're live.
Yay, ads. Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us. I have my lovely, lovely co-hosts. And we're discussing Dignified Island. Woo! Sorry, very shiny.
It is super shiny.
No, it's not bad.
So I wanted to say all the puns, but then I'm
Less
just like,
shiny.
should keep those to myself.
Oh, no, you should not.
No,
Go ahead.
Honestly, this manga really is just like a meme and a pun waiting to happen.
Yeah.
So you can say whatever you're gonna say, and I don't think anybody in this chat will be offended. We all know
Not
what
at
we're
all.
walking into here.
Yeah. Not
if
at
not,
all.
It's an experience, and you should experience it.
Yes.
I think so. And my internet's for fun, so. Ooh, look.
Oh, there we go.
Hi.
Hello.
So Laura's here. And Alicia's here.
Hey, Alicia.
Woo woo. Okay, so what did we think? I'm just
I'm talking last. It's my fault this is all happening, so I am talking last.
An experience is accurate. I honestly, well, first of all, this is the first manga I ever read. So for the longest time, because I had this on Kindle, so I kept trying to hit the right page, and I'm like, can you turn the page at all? So it took me at least a solid 60 seconds to try the other way, and then I was like, okay, that's gonna happen.
that's
And
my
then it
fault.
took
I didn't tell you to read it backwards.
I know. Well, I said, see,
Then
you
she
open the
Sitting
book.
there staring at it like, how do I read it backwards?
Because I saw you open the book on the live stream, and you went like this, and I was just like, that? Oh, hold on. Would that have been right? Did I do that right? Am I holding it accurately? I don't know.
If it feels wrong in your hand, it's probably right. Because until you're used to reading manga, it feels weird.
So yeah, I could see like you were going backwards, and then I was thinking back to the live stream, and I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I think I have. Let's click left and see if that works. So that worked, and then it took me another solid like 15 minutes to remember to read right to left, because then I was just like, what is happening? Like this conversation's all over the place. Like I'm very confused. Great. Luckily, at least it was all pretty much like you could figure out from the pictures once like the first fight. I don't even know if you can call it a fight. First battle, whatever that was. When
The
that
first
started, I was like,
showdown.
wait a minute. Okay, here.
The first race
I've
to
got
come.
read it this way.
The first sexual encounter.
So yeah. So it took me long enough to figure that out. So after about 15 minutes, I was like, all right, here's a flow. I originally gave it 3 stars because I was just like, well, I read it. It happened. But then I was like, okay, you know what? There's cleverness in it. It probably wouldn't have been my first pick. So thank you, Nicole, for buying it, because I would not have myself. But then I was just like, props to the person that wrote it, because I don't have it with me, so I don't have their name in front of me. But props to them for writing it, because it's unique. So I upped my grading to 4 stars, but I gave it like an actual 3.5, because I was like, I read it. It happened. And that was my Goodreads response on my review was, well, that happened. And then I said it finished well.
It finished well.
As a nice little pun. So those are my thoughts. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either.
Okay.
Those are my
fair.
thoughts.
I think that's about the reaction I expected when I coerced you into this, Jen. So
It was my first manga, though, so that was exciting.
That's
I think that's
probably not
ultimately
where I would
why
like
you
to
didn't
start.
enjoy it as much as most people. So if you want better manga recommendations, we'll sit down. I'll custom recommend you some as a I'm sorry that Dignified Island was your first manga.
No, that's okay. Because I had a friend, they know I like cats, so they recommended
Oh, which
my
one?
God.
this.
Chi! Yes, Chi
Oh, no,
is really
that's
cute.
cool.
You'll
Oh,
like
nice.
Chi.
So I was like, I should probably give this a read to give the genre another shot because it wasn't bad. It was just, it was different. So I felt like I was out of my comfort zone, and then I felt like I was really out of my comfort zone, and then I was really scared.
Well,
I just let it happen.
Cheese Sweet Home, Cheese Sweet Adventure, they're kind of like Japan's version of a Garfield in a way. So they're just really sweet, slice of life. And it starts out with Chi as a kitten. So it's really super cute. It's adorable. You will love it.
But yeah, feel free to give me recommendations because I won't say that this
we'll do that after this stream. So as an I'm sorry, I will give you better recommendations.
Listen, this was my first manga and 5 stars. I thoroughly enjoyed my time reading it.
Listen, Nicole, you read. This is right on par with what you already read.
Exactly. So, obviously Nicole will be able to handle fire in his fingertips as well.
Yeah, I cannot read that
things will I'll have all my smutty, dirty, filthy things for Nicole and all my sweet, innocent, pure things for Jen. It'll be fine.
You can throw a few of the crazy ones in there and we'll see how I fare.
Well, there's still bonkers things that aren't smutty, so we'll go that route with you.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
Everyone's like, no one is surprised you like this, Nicole.
Nope, not at all.
No. All right. Tamika, your thoughts?
Okay, so I saw this because I don't know if you all follow Angel from Jurassic Reads, but she read this in another manga, and I was like, oh my god, now I have to know what that is. And then I saw Izzy talking about it, and I was just like, okay, I guess I'm reading it. So I gave it 5 stars because it was absolutely ridiculous and perfect, and I will accept no other thoughts at this time other than it was the most bonkers and beautiful thing I've ever read in my entire life.
Fair.
I just love how all 3 of us were reading it and the romance tubers.
And then Heather's like, you can't read it here. This is the romance booktubers thing, not the manga.
There's a romance thing there, so you totally can.
Heather said that we're not supposed to read manga on the romance tuber sprints. Thus, we all rioted on my sprint and read Dick Fight Island.
First of all, she shouldn't have said nothing because once you do, that's when I have to do it. Like, if you tell me I can't do something, then I'm going to immediately do it.
It was like the least coordinated thing ever. Like, a bunch of us just bought it right then.
I know. I was like,
Megan,
oh yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm buying it.
Because Izzy said she wouldn't.
I told her she wouldn't read it, so she read it. Mm-hmm. I found it on TikTok because TikTok was freaking out about this manga before it hit Twitter. And then Shay picked it up, and then Twitter picked it up, and I was like, all right, I'm reading it. Because it was number 1 on Amazon, and TikTok was like, what is going on? What is this manga? And I was like, this is weird. It was weird. But 6 stars, favorite of the year.
6 stars. 6 out of 5 stars.
It goes all the way. What can I say? It goes all the way. I love
Armor
this,
and all.
This manga. It's just, it's perfection. I don't know what else to tell you.
My heart.
It's the name. It's perfectly executed, the name, and then what it is. It's kind of there. It's kind of not. It's I don't know. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
It's definitely going to be in our Bookish Academy Awards at the end of the year. So
it's probably the only. I don't know because I'm about ready to read these cat ones. So who the heck knows what's going to win?
You guys are going to have a special manga category this year. I can't wait to see that.
There is a comic graphic novel, then we're just gonna slash manga in there. Yeah.
I mean, we do have our what was the
that's
one
what you
that
just call it graphic format, so it can be anything.
Anything.
There you go.
We could. Yeah, there's one that says we changed it to be the perfect amount of steam, the best, the most intense action, action. So that could go for that category for sure. Currently, right now, it's Impact Zone by Julian Lindsay, but I'll just stop.
Hey, okay. Bree's here.
Hey, Bree.
All right.
Aaron,
Okay, so Aaron? I would actually probably give this one a 5-star because it was actually had an almost cathartic effect with me. So I've read a lot of manga, and so the fact that it gets this zany, even outside of the heteronormative genre that I'm used to, was kind of comforting to me, and I I just love those moments, regardless of gender, of these accidents, when you in a fight or tripping. But yeah, I definitely the ichi genre is definitely something I dive into, on occasion. It's definitely not for all the time, but it has its moments and its needs.
It has its moments and its necessities.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's so I guess my biggest thought on it is that that first fight. So the first one that lost, I can't remember his name.
The tail guy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
I got him. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm not going to remember names at all, but I'll be like, yeah, the tail one. I know. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure we can all describe them by
Talling is his name.
Aperture is there.
So it's kind of a slight wordplay on tail, but it's Talling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd just be a little concerned about if he's okay when he's at home, because someone like me, I could opt into that kind of a lifestyle as an adult. I would be fine with that, but being groomed up in it, I would just be slightly concerned. But that's just my being silly about it there.
The assless chaps that they all had. I was just like, what? Like
this manga really said,
and I was like,
and you bow backwards to it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Pretty sure you can't walk around London like that, but all right, sir. I'll suspend my disbelief for it.
When he's in London, he actually has pants on, and as soon as he gets to the apartment, that's when the pants come off.
That was actually,
so he understood that.
Well, I thought there was a picture where he was meeting the guy. He maybe was inside.
No, at
but
first
they
when he
had
was in
the
the
picture
apartment with his new roommate, he had the chaps on, and the guy was like, "What is
Yeah.
going on?"
That's what I thought. I was like, I mean, maybe it's very possible that he's technically inside at that point, but the way I read it, I was just like, oh, walking around London like that, yo. Okay, let's see if I can
you
figure out.
only see his butt because he has his jacket
True.
on. I just got, I had that spot kind of marked because it's where he meets his little boyfriend. So it was just a couple pages in, so it wasn't hard for me to find.
Which was so cute, right?
I did. I really liked that. I was just like, I was rooting for those two guys. And then in that one fight where he's just like, I'll never get off for anyone except for the man I love. I was just like, that's cheesy, but also that's really cute. Thanks.
Right?
So sweet.
That's so sweet.
So yeah, no need to tell anybody that I love Dick Fight Island. When I heard about this last year, when the license got announced, I was in tears laughing so hard. I'm like, because I have my Thirsty Thursday manga club with all my friends that read a lot of manga, and I tagged them all. I'm like, we have to read this. They're like, oh my gosh, yes. Like, we were all like on it, immediately committed. Like, the month it came out was the month we were reading it. So this has been on my radar for over a year. Mm-hmm. And so when it finally came out, I was like, okay, I have to get this. And luckily my local store had it. Not only did they have it, they had it out early. So I went before all my friends. And I was like, y'all, it's so good. And the thing is, yes, the whole plot of Dick Fight Island is absolutely bonkers. I guess we should explain if somebody's watching this and they haven't read it. So essentially what happens on this island is every 4 years, the 8 clans that are on this island get together and they send a warrior to go and fight, and whoever wins this competition gets to be the leader of all of the clans for the next 4 years. But the competition is they have to stave off coming. They have to make the other guy come first. Like, that's just how it goes. And
I still stand by that it doesn't sound like you're winning. It sounds like the winner's win.
Well, I kind of feel like they're losing.
It is addressed within the manga by one of the guys. He's like, hey, I'm still hard. I didn't get off. You have to help me. To his little boyfriend. And so like they play on that, and it just seriously lays into exactly what the title is. And they have armored interesting pieces of armor to cover their dicks. They all have different shapes, different sizes for different reasons, and they all have different techniques as well. Can't argue with that. Can you go back to his previous question about manga? Because I'd love to answer that.
Yes.
So a lot of the reason why manga is getting a lot more popular in the booktube space is also because anime is becoming more mainstream thanks to services like Netflix. So people are like, oh, well, I like this anime. Maybe it's worth trying the manga. And that's kind of how that happens. That's what happened with me, at least, when I first started watching anime. It was shortly after I met my husband, so 7.5 years ago. And it took me about 1.5 years before I actually picked up some manga, and I'm just fully down the manga rabbit hole these days, and I live my best life over there. But another reason why is during the pandemic, when everybody was at home binging all of these anime shows, they started ordering a lot of manga online to read it, just kind of to get through. Barnes & Noble has come out and admitted that what got them through the pandemic from having to close completely is their manga sales. Wow. Their manga sales were more than half of their sales during the pandemic. So it is just kind of naturally something that happened. A lot more people are interested in also like changing up their reading from different countries. So people who are naturally drawn towards Western comics are also starting to pick up manga and trying that format as well. So, yes.
There's also a comment on YouTube that just has not come to StreamYard because I had to approve the comment, but he was wondering what's on the cover. It's just that there is armor on the guy.
It's his armor. The main character that you follow, it just kind of cuts off his head. So this is his armor. And yes, that is what you think it is.
I can't.
Armored.
Honestly, I'm not going to lie with you. It took me when Nicole finally, there's no question in my mind when Nicole brought it to my attention, like what it was. I knew what it was going to be about, but I sat looking at the picture. I'm like, that looks fine. It looks innocent enough. And then I took a moment to really look at it. And then I was just like, that's not what I first saw. It's a little different. Not necessarily in a bad way.
I think when you realize, like, also that it's not like their whole dick is that big, like that it's extensions of armor helps. Like, at first you're like, the fuck? And then it's like,
I was a little
like, someone.
Yeah, like, is this going to be 15 inches or what? Like,
oh my
what's happening?
And that's kind of what you don't know until you're reading it. So you assume all these things, and then you get in, and it's like, oh, it's just armor. Okay.
Yeah.
So those are some of them. Mm-hmm. Is that coming out clear enough?
It's like they are protecting their, package because they don't want to come first. Because if you come first, you lose. Apparently.
And they all have different techniques as to get the other person to go first. Mm-hmm. And
I really like the character introduction page. It just shows all of them. And it's great. Mm-hmm. It's fantastic.
Wow. I mean, I feel like
there's
essentially just a jousting tournament with them. Like, essentially, that's really what's going on.
Oh. It was bananas, but it was
the best kind of bananas.
So fun. I
sheathed bananas. That's what it is.
Thoroughly enjoyed my time reading this.
Not how manga is this. If this was your first manga, I'm sorry. I will help you find things. They're nuts but bananas. Unless you want the bananas, then I'll point you exactly where you're headed because we're getting an even crazier one next year.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'm looking at the comment next to it, and it makes me funny. Now that we're on the topic, it's just like Nicole said head earlier, and I was like, so I'm going to be a little 4-year-old over here and laugh at literally everything.
That's totally fine.
Every single sexual innuendo.
That is meant to be laughed at. It was just supposed to be a fun, lighthearted thing. So you're not supposed to take this seriously. If you did, I'm very, very sorry.
If you did, I question your ability to process the media you consume, I guess, to an extent, because you should be able to know that that's a joke by the time, like, that it's supposed to be silly by the time you finish.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, and I will say by the end of it, because I think that was my problem going into it, as I was trying to take it more seriously than the book itself was taking itself. So then as soon as I was just like, okay, it's kind of making fun of itself in a way, and it's not like it was done really well. So at that point, I was just like, I can't fault it for that, which is why I think I changed my rating from a 3 to a 4, because I was just like, I mean, they were clever. They thought outside the box.
I mean, within the first like 5 pages, you have this line. I'm gonna read it out because it's too funny.
ahead.
I don't get outsiders. How else would you show off manliness if not by putting your tight, shapely ass on display? Like, you're not supposed to take this seriously.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Accurate.
So many butts.
So many butts.
So many butts.
Lots of butts.
But I like
now
butts,
want
so
to
that's
figure
not
out
a problem.
For
From
Ryan's
page-
question, who finished it last? I think I finished it first because I finished it on Friday. Although you all might have read it before me, so I may have been the winner.
God.
Aaron, when did
I
you
read
read it?
mine like a month
I
ago.
probably lost. I think I probably
Yeah.
finished first, actually.
No, that would be me, the person who read it before release
That's-
date.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I was like, I think I
I'm
finished
the
it on
ultimate
Friday.
loser in that competition.
Yeah, when was it? It was a live show. We brought it up, and I clicked onto my Kindle and bought it. Like,
Was
that
for
when I
live
came
show.
to harass
For
Jen?
Changeling?
No, it was one we were on for the Who Picked This Book Club.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I came into that book club and basically yelled at Jen to read this.
To read it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
what was the
then
last
you
one
were the
you were
winner.
on?
The live show I was on was the Changeling one, and Izzy was on one before that too.
Yeah, no, it's
Was it-
after that. It was like the two.
I think
a
it
week-
was the cracked spine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Or
so.
not-
Yeah.
Was it the
Yes,
Crack Spiner or
yes.
the Sherlock Holmes one?
It was the book one. No, it was the bookstore,
Crack
Cozy
Spine.
Mystery. I wasn't on the live. I came to the chat and
Yeah.
started
Oh, that's true. 'cause that
yelling
was
at
like
you in chat to read it. Because
One
that
and only
Tuesday, I think the Tuesday before the live, we read it all on the reading sprint.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then we were like, we gotta do like a after dark thing, and I came and started harassing Jen in the chat because I knew that was
So
the
I-
only way we could get her to read it is if I like
Yeah.
literally came to the chat and said, "Hey, you have to read this."
And then Nicole starts tagging me and things. That's what happened with Aaron. As soon as
Starts
maybe
tagging
you
me.
wanted to be in the live show, maybe not, and then I'm gonna tag you. You're in. So then,
Yeah.
there you go.
But yes, if you want late night manga recommendations, I can definitely do a video with those.
This one reminded me a lot of Kegio. I don't know, Shay, if you
I've not
know
read that one.
Okay, but it's almost the same thing. Just just
Yeah.
girl. Yeah.
Well, there's basically the female equivalent of this, where it's a little more reverse harem-y coming out from Seven Seas this month. So for our Thirsty book club, we're going to do it in August.
Oh,
It's called Booty Royale.
Oh, okay.
So
I
yeah,
know.
that's happening. And Izzy's already pulling it up. She's like,
Yeah.
"What is this?
Yeah,
I want
let
it."
me-
We already know I'm
Well,
buying it. It's fine.
Yeah. So we're going a little sweeter this month, and then we're gonna do that in August.
Can I pre-order it yet? Is the real question.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe August is next month. Like as soon as you said that, you're like, we're gonna do it this month, and then next month we're gonna do the other one. And I was like, you said it's gonna be out in August. That's like 3 months from now.
It's July 10th.
It's
July.
I know. I can't believe.
Unfortunately.
Does not
Yeah.
feel like it should be middle of July. I mean,
Oh.
it feels like it outside, but
Okay, so I have to ask, who is your manga daddy? Who did you pick? Who did you want to win?
Mhm.
I mean, I kind of wanted the guy on the cover just because I liked his romance.
Okay.
Yeah, the king seemed a little bit cocky. Was it Lolo, whatever his name.
Mm-hmm.
The tail
Oh,
guy
Chief-
was just like, get out of here.
Chief Lolo?
Yeah. Chief, yes. I feel like he came in too
He
cocky,
is
so I was
most
like,
people's favorite.
I kind of had a soft spot for him. I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? Just let him have a turn being king. Come on. What?
Let him have a turn. Go ahead. I really like. I think his armor was my favorite. There's lots of like spiky appendages and
well, his
things.
was the biggest.
True.
I love it. Love it. Yeah. So I liked Lolo too.
The dragon guy was I liked his armor. Although I feel like it came off really fast.
It did. I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Heart is
Megan. His
really-
name is Heart. Heart's the main guy.
Oh, Heart. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, his armor is actually pretty good too. You know, it looks
Although
like a
I kinda
trident.
the guy that
Well,
looks
he
like
has his
Aquaman.
secret weapon.
Yeah.
Thought
That's
that
the
was
one
so
thing
funny.
is throughout it all, the warriors end up weirdly naive, and it just makes it all the funnier.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
The only reason why he found out is because he got with his boyfriend and he like found out about this special spot. And I'm like, oh my god, that's amazing.
Uh-huh.
If everybody knew about it, none of their asses would be on display.
Like, how
I
did they not
love-
figure that out before now? Like,
Right,
seriously.
right.
Discovery of the
Jen,
prostate
the-
is
the horny
probably
find a
my
way. I feel like, you know.
I love that they're like, oh god, what's this? What?
Yeah.
What? Y'all have been
What's
doing this battle for how long? Like,
I
nobody-
know. No one just accidentally slipped and did things, you know?
Especially because when they get on top of them, I'm like, you have to have like accidentally, your armor should have like grazed it and then been like, whoo. That
Yeah.
should have happened at some point in all of the years.
Especially because
Right.
it's so out in the open like that, you know?
Exactly.
Mhm.
But
What? Okay, one of the things that was like the most ludicrous to me was some of like the sound effects. Like the armor came off and then all of a sudden flop. I was like, oh, that's kind of sad. Like, I feel for that guy. And then like little butt wiggles. What was that about? Like all of a sudden the king would come up with the chief and then he was like, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And I'm going, what is happening? Like I'm so confused.
He's trying to appeal.
So this is a Japanese manga thing where they put
Okay.
the words for the sound effects of what's going on all over the pages. So like in Fire in His Fingertips, like you will see it all over the page. Like exactly the sound effects that are going on. So it's really, yes, accurate is the correct word there, Ryan. Manga tries to be very accurate about these sound effects to make sure you get the full experience.
I mean,
yes,
I
and we
appreciate that, but at the
it.
same time, I felt really bad because, like, all
So
of a sudden,
essentially,
like,
it would be
unarm them
like-
and let flop.
It would be like if he checked his hip and then the butt jiggled a little bit. That's what they're trying to tell you happened.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
Very-
like
There's
the
a lot
more
of,
you read, the easier it is to navigate those. And
Got it.
sometimes I just like tune them out completely and just put my own in there in my head, and it's fine.
Yeah.
Fire in His Fingertips has some of the best weird ones
Uh huh.
because there's like noises when he does things.
Yes.
I don't have my book near me, otherwise I would tell you some of them. But yeah, like there's
Same.
moments. I will say my favorite is probably the dragon one because I don't know, it cracks me up. He's got like a whole dragon wrapped around his dick, his armor. It's great.
Cutie, I forgot about him or her. I don't know what it was, but it was so freaking adorable, little dragon. I was like, save the dragon. Do you guys remember what I'm talking about? That
Yeah. Oh,
may have
yeah.
been my favorite part because I was just like, look how cute you are. My
Okay,
bad.
Tamika, who did you want to win?
Me and Dallas really like the one with a sword on his dick.
That might have been
Oh,
Lolo.
Who's that one? Who's that one?
I don't remember. I just know he had a sword on his
The,
arm.
that-
the Fisher clan. Is that what it was?
I thought it was.
Oh yeah, the guy that
the
looked this
Sun
guy
Clan.
that looks like
Oh, Clan
like, what's his
Fishers who know
face?
the local
Yes.
seas.
Mhm.
East.
looks like Aquaman.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dallas
yeah.
Wilson's
Okay.
I don't know. I can't really tell, to be honest with you.
Oh,
There-
Wow. I
there's-
like that name.
Most of them are gay. Most of
Mhm.
them are homosexual.
Mhm. Yeah.
Just because culturally that's what they lean towards.
Ah, okay.
The
That
whole
makes more
community of, well, besides the little one with the tail,
hmm
who was raised by the women.
It's
But,
mostly a community of men, so
yeah.
Mhm.
And then the other community is like lesbians. It seems like the leadership, at least, is lesbians. Because in the audience, you had male female pairings.
Yes.
But
So-
could we have Dig Fight Island, but sapphic?
Booty Royale.
Is that what that is?
Yep. We think.
Is that coming out when?
no, I don't think it's sapphic, but I think it's the
Okay.
straight version.
Oh, the straight version.
Oh, I don't care about the straight version.
Oh,
I want.
never
I
mind.
want the lesbians.
I will hunt for that. I will see if it exists, and I will let you know.
Lesbians.
Yeah,
That's all I
I
want.
do too. I mean, I'm not
But
gonna say I don't.
There's a whole thing where BL and yaoi titles have been much more accepted in US audiences for a long time, and it's only been recently that we've been getting the yaoi titles. So we're not really getting a lot of the bonkers ones yet. Hopefully soon, though.
Well, that's the same way it is with
As soon
publishing.
as I
though.
find
We're
it,
just
I will
now
tell you.
getting
I
something.
promise.
I mean, it's no different in the
publishing
romance
it, too.
publishing. Yeah.
So
We can get all the MM we want.
Peace
We just
out.
can't
I
get,
love Peace Out. He's so cute.
we just don't get the girls.
I didn't get the whole thing with the moving in. Did anyone know what was happening with the moving in? Like, if you win, we move into. I was very lost with that. But this was also when I was still trying to figure out how to read the book.
Right. So essentially, Peace Out, his brothers were teasing this guy that Peace Out's been dating, who's also a fellow warrior in a different clan, saying you can't move in with him unless you win. And so they were just kind of razzing him, kind of giving him a hard time. And so Peace Out was clueless. He had no idea what was going on. And so when Hart brought it up, that's when it clicked for Peace Out. He's like, wait, what? You want to move in together? And he's like, this should have been a discussion we had. And so he like calls him on it later. But yeah, it's because Peace Out had no idea. The other guy, I can't remember his name right now. He's a sweetheart too. But he was wanting to move in with him, but like because of the clans and stuff that can cause problems. So that's why the brothers even knew, was because he was kind of talking to them about it. So
okay, that makes more sense, because I was very concerned, not concerned, but confused, because I was just like, you want to move in, but then this guy seems completely clueless, but then this guy over here is just like, you want to move in? And now I was just like, who's moving in with who? What's the purpose of it? So thank you. I was there.
No, they'd been dating for a long time, so it was just kind of the natural evolution of their relationship happening near this tournament, so it caused some problems.
Got it. I did like Chief Lolo and the first person he battled? I want them to get together in the next
Moon
book.
Clan.
I'm not gonna lie. I liked it.
They just started following him around after.
You read clear to the end where they're like getting it on again, right?
Yes, I did.
Just fuels the fire.
Is Judah his name? I gotta look now.
Oh,
Maybe.
Because they have all their names right here in the beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning.
I gotta look.
I
No,
was really bad
Blanc.
with names.
Blanc.
Yeah.
Oh, Blanc, yes.
Blanc of the
Very
Moon
fiery.
Clan. The most feminine of all of them.
Yes.
Who had the weird mist? The mist that did all the things to you. First of all,
That was
Dragon
them.
Clan.
I thought it was the Moon Clan.
I was like, can we get
No,
some of this
maybe it was a
mist? That'd be
dragon.
nice.
Mist.
No, there's like a healer clan. It's them.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You only get one shot.
You only get one shot. It's one and done.
There's no losers bracket.
There's so many puns that you can make with that. Oh God. How did they decide who goes with who? That's one thing I didn't really understand. They just kind of like pick people.
Like who goes
So
first?
the healer's name is Vampire.
Vampire, that's right.
I enjoyed his outfit too. That one was interesting. That's the cat.
The one that had like the lace and stuff.
But yeah, it's fun. It's bonkers. But there's still manga that's better, in my opinion. I still love it. But I know it's not going to be for everyone. There's definitely some that are out there that are more easily accessible to all audiences. You know, whether it's a gay relationship, a sapphic relationship, like there's great stuff in all of the different kinds of relationships. We're starting to get some more non-binary and trans-related titles, so it's fantastic. The representation's getting better and better.
So I didn't put any post-it notes, which is unfortunate. I should have, but
You're too
Nicole,
consumed
your
with
whole
it to
job.
post-it note it.
I don't even know how I
I
would
was
tab this. Every
I don't-
page gets a tab.
I know
Right.
every page was like there's something going on every page that I was just laughing my ass off. But yeah, I was seriously like just laughing from page one. There's like the very beginning, the first fight with the guy with the
tail.
are our other guy, he was just like, because he can do the vibration with the tail. He's like, my arm is so strong, I can't even feel that. He was so confident.
Uh-huh.
I was dying laughing.
But then there's the biggest vulnerability of them all, their butthole.
Their butthole. He was psyching himself up for it too. He was just like, okay, I gotta get in there, gotta get as quick as I can. Oh god, I was dying laughing. Yeah, tap it, not tab it. But yeah, I think it was like besides like just the whole crazy aspect of it, I really did enjoy like just the romance of it. Those two were just super cute, and I can't wait for the next one. And we were kind of talking a little bit before we went live, is that it might be sooner than next March.
In Japan, they typically organize things by demographic, as in who it's marketed to, more so than like whether it's a romance or not, because they usually do it by age demographics for a little bit of like that censorship kind of thing, so it's easier, and just to make sure they're putting the appropriate content in front of appropriate ages. So there isn't really a romance category, but I do believe it has the tag for it. Let me check my handy dandy manga updates.
Okay. I mean, it does kind of end in a happy for now.
Well, technically, it's not done yet.
Yeah.
I know. It's a happy for now ending for sure.
Yeah.
No, it is not tagged as romance, actually.
Okay.
Action, fantasy, smut, and yaoi. So it has a smut tag, just not a romance tag.
Romance tag.
I like that it's tagged as smut.
Yeah,
I love that.
because that's pretty much what it is, and
20 out of 10.
that's fine.
What I really love is in the illustrations, there's that really small attempt at censorship with the bar in between.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what's happening here?
Get creative with
A lot
that.
of
Yeah.
it depends on the magazine that it's originally published in. So there's just so many variables as to what. Sometimes it's a solid bar over the entire member. Sometimes
I'm
it's just
used
a little
to, is
line. So it looks a little more like fantastical, I think. So it doesn't look quite so realistic.
I
think
don't
it's
feel
what
like it
that
breaks
goes
the
for.
realism in any
I don't think it does
capacity.
either.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Horizontal lines
See
over
past
a
it.
vertical option. Like you can't
know.
see it now. You don't know what this is. Can you tell it's my
I
finger?
know.
It was like this bar is here. You can't see anything.
It was very small too. I was just like, that's not really covering anything.
I was like,
My
wow, we
imagination
can't
doesn't have
see
to work too
part
hard.
of a vein.
Mhm. There's also the technique of ghost penis, where it stays the same shape, but it's just a white
That's
patch.
my favorite.
Mhm.
It cracks me
I
up.
thought that was a lightsaber.
We call
That's
it
what
ghost
looks like.
penis.
It looks like a lightsaber.
It does
when
look
they
like a
do that.
lightsaber.
That's fantastic.
So censorship can vary, but yeah.
There's all sorts of different techniques for it.
And like I say, that does depend on the magazine. So clearly this one was in a more adult magazine, because if it were for their more teenage audience, it would be completely more like the ghost penis or completely like big bar mark over it.
Fire in His Fingertips doesn't have any censorship.
No, it doesn't,
Oh,
because
okay.
that is straight up hentai. The imprint that it came out of for Seven Seas is labeled as basically hentai for women. So it's geared more towards a female audience than a male audience. So usually the women are treated better. There's still a lot of those Japanese tropes where consent can get iffy, but that's a cultural thing where women aren't supposed to want sex. So
Yeah.
So they'll say no while they're obviously leaning back in and enjoying and encouraging. So culturally, that's something you just kind of have to shift gears on, because, yeah.
Not to say that hentai can't get very crazy.
Oh,
And yeah.
That's a conversation for another day.
Listen, I am
A later
all
time,
aboard the handout train at this point.
I know
All
you are,
aboard.
honey.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
ready. Let's read all of it.
All of them. Me
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Just all of it. All the hentai. Let's just go for it.
'Cause it's just fun.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd I learn all this? Well, a lot of it is research on my own. My husband also has a good friend who spent some time in Japan. His wife is Japanese, so he's very immersed in the culture as well. And so he's learned a lot from him as well. And just the more you're immersed in manga and anime, a lot more you pick up on. But yeah, I do a lot of research on things, especially when there's bonkers things that I end up talking about a lot. And yeah, so that's probably the easiest way to answer that question. It's just a lot of research and a lot of, life experiences of friends who are directly connected to it.
I feel like once you start reading manga too, like you start picking up on it, and like I picked up on a lot of it again when I went back to it in the last like couple of years that I had learned like in high school, and now this great thing called Google, which I feel like helps immensely on figuring all that stuff out.
If you're ever curious about like the demographics or the tags or anything, mangaupdates.com is the best, most accurate place. Like it'll tell you the magazines that it's published in, whether it's finished in Japan or not, how many volumes it is or is going to be, who's currently publishing it, all those kinds of things. So it's a really great reference.
Know what you're talking about, and think that you know what things are supposed to be categorized as, because you're going to be wrong. AKA me with sweat and soap.
Calling it a josei when it's a seinen.
Yep.
Because
the difference between josei and seinen is just one's geared towards a male audience, seinen, one's geared towards a female audience, josei. And you can't find action titles in josei, you just got to know where to look.
Yeah.
One of my favorites is like a steampunk fantasy action series. So it's amazing. I love it.
Would Jen like it? Would Jen like it?
Possibly.
Yeah.
She looks intrigued.
I was like, the steampunk and action. Like, I was like, that sounds fun. I would try that.
It does kind of have this like dark fantasy element to it as well. So I don't know how well you handle the dark stuff.
I mean,
I'm pretty baby and I can handle it, so you'll probably be okay.
All right, then we're good.
I do warn people that it does get a bit dark. So
I was like, the biggest thing that I have issue with is when it gets rapey. And that's where I turn off.
I have not come across any yet, but I'm only 4 volumes into a 24-volume series at the moment.
Oh my gosh.
So.
And what's it called?
Carnival.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Sorry.
That's
By who? I guess I should ask that question too.
Oh, you would ask me that, wouldn't you? I can't pull that one off the top of my head. Sorry.
Carnival.
You just have to send a picture of the.
Yeah, it's just Carnival manga. It should come up.
I don't know if I'm looking at
Let me get it pulled out.
I could drop a link in the chat.
Oh, this one looks exciting. Is this one of them? Hold on. Let's get a picture going. Does that look right?
No.
No, but it looks wrong. Well, that's a French edition, so that's probably the first problem.
Oh, what?
Knock it. There it is. Okay, it's spelled with a K. That's why.
Oh,
Got it.
I did that wrong.
Regular Carnival.
Oh, hey, that makes it a lot more pops up when I do that.
There you go.
And this does look a little bit steampunky.
It does,
Possibly.
yeah.
Got it.
Okay, I did drop a link in just an Amazon shopping link in the YouTube.
That's volume 1.
So if anybody's interested in that one, pick it up. I think it's fantastic. Yes, that one.
I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna butcher if I try to say it.
A lot of my friends are really loving both of those, especially Something's Killing the Children. That's straight up horror.
That's what
Tamika would love
I
that.
I want to read that one too.
Tamika, her horror. What's happening?
Something's Killing the Children. It's a comic series. You would love it. It's horror.
I'm gonna write that down because
No, it's just like, yeah,
I
that's
haven't
a hard
heard
pass
that.
for me.
Yeah, it's a hard pass for me too. I don't know anything about Department of Truth, but Something's Killing the Children is definitely a big one right now for horror lovers. It's not a manga, it's a comic.
Yeah, you read it normal.
Tamika's over here freaking out about it. It's all over her face.
Well, you know, she just went and added it to her cart.
Uh-huh.
No.
Yeah.
Look at you act like I'm accusing you. I'm not. You're fine. I know
She's
exactly what you
stating a
did.
fact. It's
At
okay.
the unlimited option, so I can read them all
There you go.
because they're $14 each on Kindle.
If you get the Comixology Unlimited, you'll get them for 50% off digitally. So there you go. It would save you money in the long term, I think. So.
Oh, this is only $6 a month.
The Comixology one?
Yeah.
Nicole, you're like,
I'm getting it right now.
I'll write that down.
It'll give you half off, and then there's some manga in there too. A lot of it crosses over with the KU
Kindle,
mangas,
yeah.
but there's some in there that aren't in. It'll give you more checkouts. Let me put it that way, which is nice.
Nice.
But
Okay,
there's a
maybe
lot
that
of
was
amazing manga on KU. So if you have KU, utilize it for some manga checkout. It's fantastic.
Ooh, that's awesome.
I have a whole video with a bunch of recommendations, and I've since read more. So
It's
Manga that's on
overwhelming.
KU. That's awesome.
yeah.
check it out.
All right.
Again,
Anybody
this
else?
Brew is having the opposite effect of what I was hoping for. I was hoping for a bit of a pep in my step, but now I'm just like the Guinness is fixing it, and I'm just like, nap time.
Got cold brew and Guinness? What?
Yeah, it's a Guinness cold brew. It's not
Oh,
the greatest. I will say I prefer cold brew and Guinness separate, but I mean, for $8 to try 4 cans, it's not terrible.
Bye, Laura.
This is not a
Bye,
mix
Laura.
that I think I want. Bye, Laura.
Yeah, I really hope the second book comes out earlier than March because I would just be.
I'll keep checking. I'll update everybody as soon as it's earlier because I'm 95% sure it will be earlier.
I
I'm
hope
just curious
so.
to see what they would do. Would it just be like another battle, like 4 years later?
I
need to
think
know
it's
what's
just
happening
kind
with-
of more like a short story collection of how everybody does after.
The
I
aftermath.
need more information on Hart and his roommate. I'm invested.
Well, and that's a fun
Theo,
thing
I
that,
believe is his name.
yeah, that manga will do sometimes is they'll
Yeah.
give you that slice
It's
of life
that
stuff.
last volume
Yeah.
in a series that you've been invested in for a long time is more just like short stories about all the other characters and what they're up to now, kind of a thing. It's great.
That's awesome.
And I started looking through this because I was just like, oh, look
It's
how
really
cute.
cute. You'll love that.
Look how happy he is. And like I'm just looking at like the table of contents, and I'm like, I'm very excited about all of these. I'm just like, look at these.
Hmm And
Awesome.
Cheese Sweet Home is all in color as well. So
Well, that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
That was also why I was very.
we're getting a
confused when I
lot more
started
manga
reading
in
it.
color these days. I'm
Mhm.
really excited. Girl from with the Senpaku Eyes is in color. My Senpai is Annoying is in color. We're getting a lot more that have color washes and color in them. So it's fantastic.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if there was something wrong with my Kindle because he was like,
No,
"Look at
no.
your red hair," and I was just like, "It's gray. It's not red."
No, you were correct. I think in the physical volume it gives you a picture with all of their
yeah,
I think
Well,
so.
It gives
Yeah.
you a picture with
the
all
first
their
one. Yep.
Yeah.
This is the only picture that I can show. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh,
I mean, I
was I supposed to
could.
be showing those. Whoopsies.
No, you
Because I
can't.
showed earlier, I was like, "Oh, look, this is what they all look like."
No, I'm just
They
meaning
had their
like
covers
mostly
on.
you turn a page and someone's getting fucked in the ass like that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That is also
what I mean.
accurate.
that's why you can't show it. It's not
Yeah.
That was like when I got Fire in His Fingertips. People were messaging me. Yeah, they message you and they're like, "I need to see the inside of this," and I'm like, "I literally cannot show it to you on a video. It
Good
will get
conscience,
taken down."
Yeah, it's like I cannot. Oh. Yeah, I didn't even know. I was hesitant to put, Dick Fight Island in the title of this video just because.
Yeah, if anybody comments with the word dick in them, like my YouTube plugin automatically blocks it, so I have to go and manually add them all back in.
Like, dang it. But I did, and we're just gonna wait.
It's true, Megan. So many butts. So many butts,
God.
so little
Yeah,
time.
it's great.
But honestly, that's like the tamest part.
Right?
Just like pictures of the butts and the assless chaps is the tamest part.
Mm-hmm.
True.
But
It's just so good.
it's so good.
My sweet, sweet.
If you're looking for a good bonkers time, it's definitely what you want to pick up.
For sure.
Next year, we'll reconvene and we'll do another one about the Jizz Diamond manga.
Oh, jeez.
Oh God, I don't know if I can bring myself
That
to
sounds
read that
painful.
one.
I was like,
It made me hurt thinking about it.
Diamonds? Okay, is it exactly what it sounds like? Like they
His
Yeah,
family.
There's this guy that when he comes, a diamond spits out. So he ends up with these 3 girls who keep making him go, even though each diamond takes a year of his life, I think is what the plot is. So they're slowly killing this guy with pleasure.
Oh my
His family
god.
Getting rich off of it.
I mean,
Mhm.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like passing
So.
a kidney stone. Jesus.
I was like, it hurts
Right.
me just thinking about it. I'm like,
Yeah, I was like, this is one that I don't know if I can read because it makes me like cringe in a weird way.
but I'm thinking
Yeah.
like a gigantor, like the world's largest.
How many
diamond,
carats?
and, like,
How many carats are we
shooting out
talking
at
about? This is diamond.
That I don't know because I haven't read it personally yet, but
Okay.
the license has officially been announced. We're getting it next year. So
Okay.
when it's out, we'll have a discussion about it, I'm sure.
There's so many questions. I mean, is
There-
it cut?
Right?
Is it raw? What's the shape?
Is it like a small circle? Like, is it? Yeah.
Right.
Does it come out
What
liquid
is
and
his
then harden as it
urethra
comes
like
out?
if it's cut?
Shredded.
How is
This
it?
Yeah.
is what we
Yes.
don't know. We don't know the answers. Also, it's manga, so we might not get the answers.
I mean, some of them will be answered, but I might have more questions afterwards.
Right.
It's like you got to read it to answer your questions, but then you'll have more questions at the end.
Oh, your poor wife. I'm sorry, Ryan.
Yeah, you gotta wear headphones.
You try saying that when a diamond's coming out, okay? You try saying that.
Oh, I've got to remember what it's called now.
That's what the
I
title
know
should
family
be.
jewels.
Yeah,
is
that's
in
a
the
good tagline
description.
there.
That is
Yeah,
a good
tagline.
tagline.
That's what I was looking for.
That is a good tagline. Oh my gosh.
Like
that
the
sounds
title
painful.
is something bonkers too. Give me a second, I'll find
I'm
it.
also.
Is it one of those really long ones that are popular these days?
Oh, it might be. I don't remember.
But obviously, I'm gonna read it because I enjoy pain.
I just don't want to think about like passing a kidney stone when I read a book.
Yeah.
No, I get that.
And that's the vibe that gives me is that I'm gonna be like, so every time you go, you're passing a kidney stone?
My kidney stone. Yeah,
Ow.
basically.
Ow? Big time
But
ow?
I mean, I guess there is supposed to be a torture element.
Passing a kidney stone is one of the most painful things I've ever experienced.
Mhm.
Never experienced it, but
And
I
I've
can
had
only
reburns.
imagine.
So
I feel like, yeah, that's what everyone. I know people that had kids and said kidney stones were worse.
Oh yeah.
they're horrible.
Heard that too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's even worse for men.
Oh
I
yeah.
bet.
I work in a radiology department, and we get people coming in getting CTs to rule out kidney stones all the time. And literally every time it's a man, he's like on the floor crying, basically. And I'm just like, you poor thing. I'm so sorry. Because
Let's
it
get
is
you scanned.
terrible. Yeah, let's get you scanned. Let's get it. Let's get that taken care of.
Oh, I found it, and now it's where did it go? Shit. Hold on.
Not a man's best friend.
Right on fire.
Okay.
Not this man.
It's the Witches of Adamus.
Witches of what?
Adamus. Hold on, let me type this.
That title sounds deceiving. Witches.
There it is. They literally said it gives a new meaning to the family jewels.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, he makes a jewel, a special diamond each time. Yep.
Oh my gosh, I spelled that right when I just. It's amazing.
Give
It's
yourself a gold star.
November. Wow, I know what I'm getting for my birthday.
Oh, so
You're
it's
not
in
fucking send
November
me
then.
this. It's
Okay.
fine. I already
Oh,
know.
yeah,
it.
that's right.
November. Okay. Polishing the. Gosh.
Yeah, each diamond costs him a year of his life.
Yeah.
That was the detail I wanted to.
Every time? Oh no.
I'm impressed this is coming physically to our
Right?
shows.
Mm-hmm. We're getting a lot of really great ones, though.
Oh my gosh. So every time like he comes, it's just a diamond and it takes a year off his life.
Mhm.
Ugh,
Mhm.
that would be the worst.
It's like hopefully they have long lives.
He's just a regular guy, like he's not. Oh god.
I was like, hopefully he'll never make it past puberty.
I mean, he did because he's with these witches.
Yes, he's an adult now, but you're right.
But you're not wrong.
You know, and then we have a Bachelor take on Who Wants to Marry a Billionaire
These are
coming in December.
I don't.
I would hope so.
Maybe they're coming out like different. Like one time you'll get a princess cut, one time you get an emerald cut.
Last one will be a heart shape that just cracks in half as you die.
We don't know. These are the
Yeah.
answers that we need,
Yeah.
and which is why we're going to read them.
I'll need the percentages on those drop percentages, please, so I know.
I just want to know how much money are they really making? You know, like it's probably worth it. Just like kill this man.
Oh,
Go
the
be
square,
rich.
the square cuts would be the worst.
Mhm.
Yeah, you'd want that the marquee cut.
Yeah,
That's
Where
like
it's
kind
a
of
little
pointy on
more-
both ends.
yeah, you'd want the round cut for
Yep.
sure.
Yes.
Any square.
I'm thinking the
cuts would
oval
just
one,
be-
and if it's shaped right, you could just it kind of like burrows its way out. It's the best way.
That's what I was thinking of the marquee. Like it would just kind of shoot out on its own.
Mhm.
shoot like a projectile, like
Yeah, no,
They
no
just,
one
like,
stand in front of them.
I'm imagining like a weird like a sieve thing that you like and then you have to like clean it to get the diamonds out. And
We'll know in November.
I don't know. We'll find out.
I mean, I know that's not how it's gonna work. Probably it's probably just gonna pop out like it is. But I'm just like, how hilarious would it be if they're like catching it in a thing and like run over to rinse it with water. They're like
gosh.
mining.
Mining.
What do you do for the
gosh.
mining stuff? Come on.
It's a job, really.
It's a whole production. Yeah, you gotta go panning for it. Exactly. That's what I'm imagining.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, when this comes out, we'll definitely do a live show and talk about all of the weird and cringy things going on with it, I'm sure.
Yeah, like all of these questions.
And I will be very disappointed if we are not panning for those family jewels.
Very disappointed.
Especially
And I
the
wonder
ones
how
that-
he is just after. Is he like laid up for like a week?
You would think, but
I don't think these witches care.
These
No,
witches
no,
don't
come
care.
on.
They don't give a fuck. So
Turn him out.
that's what he wants to do, but they're like, no, sir, you're going right back to it.
It's like we're not done.
oh goodness. The bonkers things I always talk about on your channel, Nicole. I'm so sorry.
No, don't apologize. It's fantastic.
This is Nicole's favorite thing. Are you kidding me?
Favorite.
True.
Wait, Nicole, have you read I Married a Lizard Man yet?
No, I'm going to.
You have to.
Dude, it's so
It's
good.
so cute.
I know.
It's not that bonkers though. Like it's just cute.
I'm
That's
currently. I'm gonna start the Unicorn's Mare. I'm gonna start that.
Oh,
then I'm
I
gonna
cannot
read-
wait to hear about that one.
Nicole,
Yeah.
I literally downloaded the spider romance that you talked about.
No,
Because I'm like, what is
no,
this?
I would be so triggered. I can't.
Read it. It's so good. It's
I
so good.
can't.
Yes, you can.
I won't sleep for 2 weeks if I read it. So no.
You'll be fine.
I read Dick Fight Island. You got to read Ensnared.
Pick a different buggers that's not a spider, and I will read it.
The Cthulhu ones. I haven't even read those yet.
I can't do a spider. Any other like thing, like spiders and snakes. That's it. I could do anything else but spiders and snakes.
I'm gonna send you this TikTok that Avery sent me, and this is where I'm getting all my books from. Yeah. It's like unicorn husband, yes. Centaur husband, lizard husband.
Oh gosh.
I mean, there's a whole thing in the
I saw
centaur,
that one.
like the centaur discourse. We can't go there. There's too much.
I mean, we could because there's
Oh,
one
are we
thing that
talking
comes.
like what are the mechanics of
Yeah,
that?
we're not.
I wanna
going
know-
there.
What are the rules? Yeah.
I want to know where the peen is because
Well, if he's a centaur, it's in the horse part.
yeah, well, hooves. That's my worry.
Is it? Is it though?
Is it?
There's yeah. Mhm.
Unless
But
they have
also-
the human form, it's in the horse part. That's the way a centaur is built.
That borders a little too much close to bestiality for me. I'm good.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is,
That borders
that's
a
what
little
you
too close.
think. But there are a lot of options, and there's a lot of Twitter drama that has gone around over the years about where the centaur is, where it goes, where it belongs, how that mounting works
Yeah,
with a human. It is, it's more complicated than that.
it's got to be more complicated.
And this goes for both genders.
But
too,
on a
of centaurs.
centaur, like the whole lower half is horse. So whether it's on the front part of the horse or the back part of the horse, it doesn't matter. It's on the horse part.
I
That
would
is
rather
true.
it be on the
What if
front
it comes
part.
out of their belly button?
I would prefer
That would
that
be
just
incredibly
because I would
awkward.
not, because hooves, you guys, hooves hurt. Get kicked by a horse? Come on.
I'm just saying, I have seen it queried that it is between their legs more.
Between their legs? That is literally on the horse part.
No, like not under them, like the front,
The front part.
Like, so their belly button.
lower. It's kind of the
Lower, but
horse
yes.
part still, probably.
That's
It's in
the
that
horse part.
transition area.
If I was an artist, I would draw it for you, but I'm not.
Where's
Just be
Taylor
really
Williams?
scared.
I mean, hand
We'll
food
draw
sex
you a
wasn't like
stick figure when no one else is here.
Stick figure,
Where's
centaur.
Taylor when you meet her? She did a diagram.
Hold on, I got a
animal
whole
penis.
fucking Twitter thread for you.
Oh my god, I don't want to see the centaur horse penis.
Yes, you do.
Speaking of, how does the spider penis work?
Is it a
I
clone?
don't know. I just don't.
I need to know if he's really a spider.
I guessed correctly. It's shape of water.
Yes, slits.
So he's an actual like spider though.
He's a legit spider.
He's a humanoid spider.
I
He's
can't get into that.
yes, like his he has hands and arms, but he also has like for real 8 legs, and I forget how
top
many
of
eyes
his
he
Oh,
arms
has.
and
so like a centaur spider.
Phoenix
It's
is
kinda like that.
traumatized.
No,
by
this is
the
a
fact
different
that
book that has just a. I mean, I guess maybe centaur spider. I don't know. It's
me
a
see.
whole.
Let me get the cover just so
Yes.
I love the
yes,
cover.
Megan, where it is on a satyr. Whether it's there or where an actual horse would have it, it's still on the horse half of a centaur.
Yeah, no, it is, but it's if it's the front or the back hat, like that's the queen.
This is why I'm reading
Listen,
it.
there's a
That's what
lot
he's
of discourse about this, and I don't know how I feel.
I
because I've
feel
never read one.
like it treads too close to bestiality. I'm out.
I I mean, we could say that about a lot of the monster fucking books sometimes. So
Okay, but like horse.
I
Too
know.
close to like real.
It's too real.
It's too real for me.
See, the Spider-Man, I can think Peter Parker.
Exactly.
He's Peter Parker. I'm Mary Jane. It works. Okay.
Like, it's fine. No big deal.
I can deal. I can swing with that.
What is back?
Tentacle Love's great. There's
Tentacle
a lot of
Love's
great Tentacle Love
fantastic.
in books.
The Kraken series by Tiffany Roberts. Read it. It's fantastic.
It's on my list. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I am anticipating good things.
Velocity.
Well, we would have to
Velocity.
calculate terminal velocity
Yeah.
and do a whole lot of fun physics. So
A whole lot of math
I'm only
involved
married
that
to an
I'm just not
accountant.
smart
They
enough
can't
for.
do that math for me.
I mean, I'm sure someone has answered this question. I know for a fact someone has answered it. It's in the internet
sure.
somewhere.
Jen, I just read your pillow, and it has me in fits with our conversation tonight.
Well, okay, it gets better. Well, I gotta say it gets worse because it has double meaning. Because at the bottom it says, "I can sleep for days," but it's in tiny
I
print.
could
so.
sleep for days.
But it was a great. I had to for this live stream. I was like, well, that's gonna go over here.
Yeah, I just noticed it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Just humanities degrees, not math.
Comment below.
Again, I'm not the math person in my relationship.
Okay. On that
I mean-
note, do we have any more to say about Dick Fight Island?
I mean, I would risk it.
I thought way too much on the Mallrats idea of if Lois Lane, while pregnant with Superman's baby, got a suntan, the baby could probably kick through her stomach. It's like,
One mighty
yeah,
kick
that's
and just
probably, that's probably
You're probably not
that's
wrong.
true. That's true.
But I mean, Superman's poor parents. Like, could you imagine changing a diaper on that baby? Like,
That diaper's not being changed unless he wants it to be changed. That's
Yeah.
it.
Well, if they all had the same kind of powers, like, are we
oh, I'm
talking about
talking
his human family?
human
Well,
adopted
human
parents.
family.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
Family.
But yes,
that
Dick Fight
diaper-
Island. No, I think I've covered enough there. Yeah. But
I
you know,
mean,
I guess I'll say, as it always seems to be with like more raunchy or hentai stuff, even though like wholesome stuff's the wholesome moments are what get me the most, even in these more intense ones.
yeah. I wasn't expecting that either. Like, I really don't even know what I was expecting other than, dick fights. But, the fact that
And you definitely
it
got
had
Dick
that-
Fights.
Definitely got it. It did not, it didn't disappoint.
Had more
in that
plot than I
regard.
was expecting.
Right? That's what I guess that's
I
what
think
I'm
the title really makes you think there's not going to be any plot in this, and then
Yeah.
it's like, holy crap, there's a lot of plot in this and world building. It's great.
And a really sweet romance between Hart and Matthew, and they're adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
I'm
so
room for that.
cute. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, the censor bars.
We got you, hon. We got you.
We got it. His other family died. Thanks for bringing it up.
Sorry.
Someone
I mean, they did briefly have him as a baby.
briefly.
Yes, all the couplings in Dick Fight Island are amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on board with all of them.
Mm-hmm. Super cute. Super and wholesome. I love that. Even though if you would you wouldn't think like you would get like a really sweet wholesome romance in this, but you do. And it's great. I loved it. Thank you for recommending it. I loved it. 5 stars.
I'm glad my bullying worked.
Everyone should experience Dick Fight Island. Period. End of story.
If it interests you, for sure,
Yeah.
is worth your time.
I think so. Yep.
It's on my best manga I've started in 2021 list that comes out tomorrow.
Oh, that's cool.
I haven't been reading much manga this year, other than just keeping up with the One Punch Man chapters that come out as Murata draws them.
Yeah. Oh, I've read way too much this year. I had to narrow it to 10. We'll say that for my list. It's been a good manga year.
Awesome.
Because I did not just ones that released this year, all the ones that I started this year. And I started quite a lot this year.
How many books are you at for this year, Shay?
Let's not even have that discussion because it's not an accurate number because I'm behind on reviews. But I'm 95% sure it's over 400 already for the year.
Jesus.
You were slowing down this year.
It didn't happen.
I'm at like 241. So we'll not talk about it either here because
That's almost what you read last year, like short by what, 40? And we're halfway through the year.
Or
did you hit
year?
Did you hit 300 last year?
Yeah, I hit 335 last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you and your mom doing a reading fight again this year?
I'm kicking her ass, so no.
Like, you know what? I won last
She's
year. You
having
can
to
have
chase
this
mom
year.
and keep up this year.
No, mom's way behind this year, so I am kicking her ass by probably a solid 100+ books.
Nice.
So
That would probably be all the manga you've read this year.
And that's exactly it. She can't keep up because of the manga. If I pulled the manga out, it'd probably be a closer race. But no competition this year. Last year she had the advantage of we all had the advantage to an extent. So that helped a lot.
Yeah. But my reading has definitely slowed down over like June and July so far. Normally I'd be a lot further in what I've read for the month, but I'm just kind of taking my time. Like I've had a couple days where I haven't even read anything and I don't even feel bad about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't read every day always necessarily, and I'm still at an insane number. She's at 148.
Oh, okay.
Only 148.
Only 148.
Like
She's in like a cozy mystery sprint right now. Like she's just like nonstop reading cozies. So you can catch up because cozies are so fast.
Tell your mom to read this cozy series.
Okay, I'll let her know.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay.
And then watch our live streams on Wednesday.
Do it. Shameless self-plug.
She'll be like, hi. I'm Izzy's mom. You guys will be like, hi.
Agreed. I think I read 4 books in June. 4. I'm disappointed in myself.
You always do that when it's in the summer, though, because you don't like summer.
There's something about summer where I just like all of a sudden I hit a wall and I have no motivation. So
there's something about summer. It could be that it's 118 degrees on a daily basis.
See, I feel like you would just decide reading because it's so hot. Because that's what I do here because it's so hot. I don't go
from
outside.
3 to 8 p.m. she doesn't have her AC on.
Accurate.
I'm going to duck out, everyone. Thank you so much for including me in this in the live show. I had a great time.
Thank you. Bye.
Hi, Erin.
Night.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, we're probably going to wrap up. Unless anybody has any comments, questions, concerns, we are probably going to wrap up. So
I'm about to go fall
I gotta go to
asleep.
the bathroom real bad.
I'm on my second truly. Yeah.
I have 6% on my laptop. I will disappear shortly if we do not wrap up.
All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much. I'm so glad that we read this. I'm glad everyone who came. Thank you to my wonderful, wonderful co-hosts. Everyone have a wonderful night. Bye.
Bye.